I recently watched Matt Walsh's documentary film, What is a Woman, for a second time. Now, I first watched it last year. I found it to be insightful, important, and enraging. Recently, the groundbreaking film was made available through Twitter outside of the Daily Wire's paywall, and nearly 200 million people have seen it. After viewing the film a second time, and I do greatly suggest you do that, it struck me just how very important the overarching civilizational issue the mere title of the film presents and exposes. Now, don't get me wrong. Seeing doctors and academics deny the basic reality of biological sex and chromosomal science is absolutely maddening. And seeing the victims of legal genital mutilation and chemical castration lament the way they were manipulated into curing their psychological conditions with surgical procedures that look like medieval torture was absolutely heartbreaking. But the most fundamental and basic societal challenges Western civilization faces today was exposed in the film's simple title, What is a Woman? The educated elites with multiple advanced degrees refused to even acknowledge the validity of the question, let alone attempt to answer it. It pulled back the curtain on the political and cultural left in our country. The desire to force a redefinition of the term woman into an undefined, subjective feeling exposes the very real and tyrannical danger this movement poses, beyond how it endangers our children and the safety of our wives, sisters, and daughters. The left demands that the millennia-old understanding of male and female distinctions be thrown out the window and replaced with, well, they can't tell you exactly what it's to be replaced with, just that what we've understood biologically and scientifically until about a half a minute ago is just downright bigoted and evil. That's tyranny. And the tyranny begins with the insistence on changing our language. She no longer means she. Man no longer means man. And if you use the correct word to properly and accurately describe an individual who has subjectively reimagined themselves as something other than the objective reality of their biological sex, well, you are to be reprimanded or culturally isolated, and if possible, outright destroyed. Each individual has their own revealed knowledge of what word and pronoun properly defines their identity, and you're not allowed to use your own observational skills, your own reason, or basic logic to articulate what your eyes and your brain tell you is reality. In fact, you'll be forced to inaccurately deceive yourself and all those around you with a lie to accommodate that individual's idiosyncratic demands, or else. Now that is the very definition of tyranny, and it's becoming mainstream. Now, beyond the totalitarian language demands, which are civilization destroying in their own right, the very understanding of biological reality must now be redefined, if not outright denied. The refusal of doctors, professors, and philosophers to even attempt to answer the film's titular question is enough to throw our civilization's forward advancements back several thousands of years. That's why Walsh's decision to visit a primitive tribe in undeveloped Africa to tackle the question your random PhD or Supreme Court justice refuses to answer reveals exactly how destructive this issue really is. The Maasai tribesman's delight in ridiculing the fundamental basic premise of the question tells you exactly what is on the verge of being undone if the intellectual left has its way. Redefining fundamental words and realigning basic scientific norms to conform to unfounded and whimsical new notions of reality have the same effect on our society that the misguided and well-funded surgeons have when mutilating perfect, healthy young bodies while providing so-called gender-affirming care. While the entire world is sitting around watching Bud Light's market share spiral into oblivion, we're not noticing that our civilization is doing the exact same nosedive. Yes, what is a woman is beyond important, it's essential. see it twice, and share it. Not just for what the film reveals, but for the tyrannical cultural decay its unanswered title portends. That's it for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. In the meantime, I'll see you on the radio.